Greetings, class! Today is the day. It is our last video together. Congratulations. Woohoo! In honor of the occasion, I decided to get a little dressed up. Just a little way to celebrate you for all your hard work throughout this year and all the hurdles, all the barriers you have had to overcome to get to this point. Good job, great work. And without any further waiting, let's get started right away. We'll be on page 130 for our final lesson in writing. Okay, go ahead and turn to page 130. Here we are on page 130, our final lesson, Lesson E, Writing. Your page should look like this. Let's go ahead and get started with Before You Write. Before you write, A, talk with a partner. Look at the pictures. Can you guess where the people are from and what holiday they are celebrating? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. If I were just to look at the pictures, I have no idea. Maybe the first picture, I can see a few things. There is a man who's jumping over a fire. He's wearing sandals, so somewhere maybe where it is warm, and maybe somewhere where they take off their shoes a lot, perhaps. In the doorway is a woman with her head covered, so maybe a Muslim country. I don't know. My best guess, but the guy looks very happy about what he's doing. So he's enjoying it. He's outside jumping over a fire. Our second picture looks like there is many items on set out on a cloth or a blanket. A bowl of goldfish, some apples, maybe some kind of pastry, tart, a plant, a candle, and a book. And then and it looks like people are seated on the floor or sitting on the floor. So more maybe of an Eastern country or culture. And then our final picture, people are outside. There are blue candles in the candle holder or the candelabra. There are apples and flowers, and people look very happy while they're outside. Also, maybe it looks kind of cold because people are wearing big coats. So that's all I know based upon the pictures. When you read the story, you might learn more about what's going on in these pictures. But just from what we see here, it's a little hard to tell what's going on. Well, actually, if I think back, the middle picture reminds me of the birthday celebration in China, where they lay out several things, including goldfish, for the 1-year-old to touch. Maybe that's what it remind me of our previous reading in Lesson D on page 128. Let's see if I can. Let's see if. So maybe that's China. I don't know. Maybe they're celebrating the first birthday. It's hard to say. I'm not familiar with the customs. Maybe you are. It would be interesting to know if you know what these pictures are celebrating. Question number 2. What is your favorite holiday or celebration? Why? Well, I would love to hear from you. What is your favorite holiday or celebration? For me, I think when I was a child, it was Christmas because you got presents. It's simple. Lots and lots of presents. Very fun. And lots of time together with family and just this really focused time of celebrating. I think now my favorite is Easter because of the meaning behind Easter. And it's a joyous celebration for Christians around the world. and just the idea of life. That's what Easter means to me, and that's why I like to celebrate Easter. I would love to hear from you what your favorite holiday or celebration is. Okay? All right, so now it is time to read the paragraph, and go ahead and pause the video after the directions and read the paragraph to yourself, and then we will come back together. I'll read it, talk about a few words, and then we'll do the assignment on the next page. So go ahead and pause the video and read the paragraph now. Hopefully you've paused the video and have read to yourself. Let's read this paragraph together. My favorite celebration. My favorite celebration is the Iranian New Year, Nowruz, New Day. This holiday begins on the first day of spring and lasts 13 days. On the Wednesday before Nowruz, people build bonfires and jump over them. This looks familiar of that picture, the first picture at the top of the page. Iranian people believe that if they do this, they will get rid of their illness and misfortunes. On Nowruz Eve, the family gathers around a table with 7 items that begin with the letter S in Persian: an apple, wheat pudding, dried berries, vinegar, a coin, a beautiful flower, and garlic, a bowl of goldfish, a Quran, colored eggs, and a mirror also on the table. These items symbolize beauty, health, prosperity, and fertility. On Nowruz Day, people kiss each other and say, "I hope you will live for 100 years." We spend the next 13 days visiting each other and eating sweets. Finally, on the last day of the celebration, everyone goes to the park for a big picnic. I wish my whole family lived with me here so that we could celebrate Nowruz together. Now that I've read the paragraph, it seems that the pictures are of this celebration. The first picture is from Nowruz Eve, where, on the Wednesday before Nowruz, where people jump over the bonfires. And then the middle picture is of Nowruz Eve, where the people gather around the table with 7 items. And then the last picture is the last day of the celebration, where everyone goes to the park for a big picnic. Let's talk about a few words before we go further. All right, our first word, bonfire. A bonfire is a big fire outside for celebrations, for burning trash or signal. And in this case, it's an outside fire for celebration. The picture at the top of the page, I would not say is a bonfire. That is small fire. For me, bonfire, big fire, bigger fire, but the best we can do. Maybe when you're in a city, you can't have very big fire. But bonfire is like in picture number 1, but maybe bigger. Prosperity, having wealth, having a lot of things. Fertility, the ability to have babies. It means you're able to have babies. Oh, that was it. Just kidding. Before we move on to the outline, let's look at the little red box, because now we're going to think about how to put a paragraph like this together. And just before we look at the exercise, it says the conclusion, the last sentence of the paragraph, is an important part of a paragraph. One way to conclude a paragraph is to relate the topic to your personal life. What is the last sentence? I wish my whole family lived with me here so that we could celebrate Nowruz together. So our whole paragraph is about celebrating Nowruz and giving all these facts. And then the final paragraph is a personal feeling or personal desire. And if you think back to our last grammar lesson with hope and wish, here's an example of an I wish statement. A desire that is not possible. I wish my whole family lived with me here so that we could celebrate Nowruz together. So, just something to hold on to as we start to talk about our how to write our own paragraph. So here are our vocab words that we talked about again. All right, so now I would like you to complete this outline. It says, let's start with the directions as always. C, work with a partner. Complete the outline with the model paragraph. So for instance, they say 1, topic. What is the topic of the paragraph? My favorite celebration. What is that celebration? Nowruz. Okay. Next, for Roman numeral, so these letters to the left of each of topic, meaning of symbolism, celebrated, customs, conclusion, these are called Roman numerals. And when we make an outline in English, a lot of times we use Roman numerals to show different main points. Okay. I like to make outlines when I'm writing or thinking about things or writing a talk. And so this is just a good way to organize. This is an outline. So the major ideas are a Roman numeral. So Roman numeral 1 is topic. Roman numeral 2 is meaning of the symbolism. Roman numeral 3, when is the celebration held? So when celebrated. Number 4, customs. So if you notice, if you are good at patterns, 1 equals the capital letter I. 2 capital letter I's is 2. 3 capital letter I's is 4. However, you do not put 4 of the same letter in a row. So instead of doing that, V equals 5. And if you put, another detail, usually put the biggest number and then the next biggest number and then the next biggest number. So here, the V is bigger than the I, because V is 5, I is 1, right? So if the I comes before the bigger number, you subtract that number from the bigger number. So the V comes second, and before the V is an I. So because it's I'm trying to think if this is how this is showing up on your page. But because the V is second, the I takes away 1, so 5 minus 1 is 4, and that's how we get 4. So at number 4, the main idea is the customs, and then the next, if you want to give more details or examples of those customs, the next way to do that is to have A, B, C, D, and E to show the smaller ideas that are part of that one big idea. If that makes sense. So customs, Roman numeral 4, is the big idea, and then you want to give me more little ideas under customs. So you indent, come over and write A, B, C, D, E. And then you find out what are some of the customs that go with the celebration Nowruz, and then V is your conclusion sentence. Okay, so pause now and go and find that information in the paragraph, and when you come back, we will talk about it together. Okay, go ahead and pause now and complete this assignment. All right, welcome back. And I need to reconnect my phone. All right, here we go. So let's pick apart how this paragraph is organized. So our topic, my favorite celebration, Nowruz. What is the meaning of the celebration? Well, if you look in the first sentence, my favorite celebration is the Iranian New Year, Nowruz. In parentheses, it says, so the meaning of the symbolism, the Iranian New Year or New Day, right? When is this celebrated? Well, if you look in the second sentence, this holiday begins on the first day of spring and lasts 13 days. First, when celebrated, first day of spring, lasts 13 days. Right. Customs. Well, if you keep moving, it tells you how people celebrate this. They build bonfires and jump over them. Family gathers at a table with 7 items that begin with S in Persian. They kiss. They kiss each other and say, I hope you will live for 100 years. Visit each other and eat sweets. And they go to a park for a big picnic. Okay, so I'm hoping you're seeing how this is just matching how the paragraph is organized. So this helps us to organize the paragraph. It helps us to flow. So it gives us our topic, what the meaning of the topic is, the symbolism, when it's celebrated, and then how it's celebrated. And then it gives us our conclusion. And what is the conclusion? I wish my whole family lived with me here so that we could celebrate together. Okay. This has been a very quick run through of this assignment. Feel free to rewind the video to back the video up and watch it again, because it's now your turn to do this. D, it says plan a paragraph about your favorite holiday or celebration. Make an outline like the one on exercise 1C, include at least 3 customs. Use your own paper. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to talk through an example for you. You are going to choose your own holiday. So for me, I mentioned when we were doing the talk with a partner that my favorite holiday is Easter. So for Roman number 1, where it says topic, I'm going to say my favorite celebration, Easter. Meaning or symbolism. It is the day we celebrate the resurrection of Christ. I'm not asking you, so some of my Muslim students, I'm not asking you to believe this. This is what we celebrate then. Okay? Just take it as fact. I'm not trying to persuade you, but this is just what we celebrate. So the meaning or symbolism, it's the day that Christians celebrate the resurrection of Christ. When celebrated? It is based on a lunar calendar, and 50 days, 40 days after, I don't know. I don't know the exact day, but it's in the spring. Sometime in the spring, based upon Passover, the Jewish Passover. And the customs, and this can vary for your family or as your culture. So customs would be maybe children receive Easter basket, go to church, C, have lunch with family, D, have an Easter egg hunt for kids, and then E, call family who is not in town and tell them Happy Easter. And then for my conclusion, I might say I wish I could celebrate Easter with my whole family. Okay, so I did a very rough, not very smooth example for you. Now I want you to do something similar for your favorite celebration. Maybe it's Ramadan. Maybe it is Korean New Year. Maybe it's Christmas. I don't know. But choose your topic and then tell me what the meaning is. Ramadan, what is the meaning? Korean New Year, why is it so important? When is it celebrated? And then some of the customs. I've been to Korean New Year several times, and I can tell you there is dancing, there is talk, history lesson, maybe. There is a shared meal, right? So what are the ways that you celebrate, your culture celebrates maybe Korean New Year or Ramadan or Christmas? And then write a conclusion sentence, right? Once you have your paragraph, section 2, write a paragraph about your holiday or celebration. In part D, you're making the outline. In section 2, you're going to actually write that paragraph. You're going to take that plan that you already did about your favorite holiday, and all you're going to do is take those details and make it into a paragraph, and make sure you lost my train of thought. Make sure you have a topic sentence, writing complete sentences, and have a conclusion sentence. If you notice at the top, it says my favorite celebration, Nowruz, right? But that is not a topic sentence. If you look back at the story, my favorite celebration, okay? But the topic sentence is a full sentence. My favorite celebration is the Iranian New Year, Nowruz, a new day. Okay? Make sure you have a topic sentence that is a full sentence that is different from the title. And then just follow the pattern of this paragraph and the pattern that you have in your outline. The outline helps you get all the details you need. Take these details and turn these into full sentences, and boom, your paragraph is done. Feel free to write the paragraph, do the plan, make the paragraph, and if you want to text a picture of it to me, I can look over it and I can make grammar, I can help you make it a smooth, good paragraph that has good grammar. And I would love to hear about what is your favorite celebration. So please do that and text it to me and I'll get it back to you. And class, that's it. That's our final lesson. So easy, right? You can do it. Totally easy. On a final note, just to conclude, to wrap everything up, wrap up the whole year, I have enjoyed being with you this year, being with you in class, being with you over the internet. I wish we could have finished in person, face to face, but I guess this is the next best thing. I do hope we will stay in contact with one another. Feel free to text me if you need anything or if you want to keep learning. The great thing about these videos is that they will stay online on YouTube, hopefully forever. I don't know, but they will be on YouTube for a while. So if you want to go back during the summer and practice again, feel free to do that. I hope to maybe make a couple more videos for you that are listening exercises. And there won't be any assignment with that, but just a chance for you to practice listening. So, congratulations, you did it. Well done, good job. Have a great summer, and hopefully we will see you in the fall if everything if things go well and the virus goes away. If not, we will be in touch anyway. Don't be a stranger. Please text or call if you need anything. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful day and summer. Bye-bye.